DTMreview.com here with episode 30. I'm Aaron with Zach. How is everybody?
What's up, guys?
By everybody, I mean Zach.
Yeah.
I want to talk about my, I guess my second favorite. I don't know. It's tough. I'm a big old school Japanese role-playing game guy. Of course, I grew up with Final Fantasy, and I love all the old school ones. I'm not here to talk about Final Fantasy because I've already been on record as saying that's like the biggest fall from grace franchise there is. But I love Dragon Quest. And I know that was obviously Enix back in the day, and there was the big merger, Square Enix, Squeenix thing. But for the longest time, Dragon Quest was still like the only tried and true classic JRPG you could get. Like that wasn't, you know, they were fucking up Final Fantasy trying to push new ground or something. And Dragon Quest, you had Dragon Quest 7 on the PS1, but that was still when Final Fantasy was cool. But you had Dragon Quest 8 on the PS2. Did you ever play that?
I haven't played any of them.
Oh, you're missing out. Dragon Quest 8 on the PS2 is a top 10. Easy.
Yeah.
Top 5 JRPG. It's so good. And it's cel-shaded, so it ages so well. It looks gorgeous to this day. And they got the people that did the artwork for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
So it's just a really stunning game, and it's just so much fun. And it's classic turn-based combat, and you know, it's got voice actors, and they're so much fun, man. I can't say enough about the game. And actually, I'm really shocked that I would kill for an HD release or a PSN network like HDified release to that game, because it would just be so easy to make it look so good, because it's the Wind Waker effect. You know, it looks great. But and they even kept the classic tradition going with Dragon Quest 9. Dragon Quest 9, believe it or not, was only released on the 3DS. This is a console game, and then they put the official canon sequel on not the 3DS. I'm sorry, the DS.
Yeah.
And it was funny because it would be a different story nowadays, but you know, back in those days, the DS was so hot, and
it's kind of like how Metroid 2 was only released on the Game Boy.
It's really weird, probably because the Game Boy is so fucking big.
Yeah.
But the creator said, you know, basically when he answered, like, hey, why is this on the DS? Like, why is it not on anything else? He's like, well, frankly, we want people to play the game.
Yeah.
And the DS was so big. But, you know, obviously with the DS, you lost the voice acting and stuff. They kind of cut back and went back to text, but the game's amazing. It's like Final Fantasy. Every game's kind of a new story, but it's a little bit more tongue-in-cheek, lighthearted, and they never went realistic. It's still campy and anime and a lot of fun. And anyway, I've been for a long time now anticipating Dragon Quest X. And then they announced Dragon Quest X probably a couple of years back, and I was stoked for it until I found out that they had finally sold out and went the MMO route.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Dragon Quest X is an MMO. It looks gorgeous, it looks fun, but I'm like, no, just please let me keep this franchise just sort of basic. And it's been out in Japan and as a Wii U title, and it was supposed the last year and a half, I think they've been saying it's coming. It'll get a North American release on the Wii U. But you're telling me today, Zach, that they announced it's coming to the next Nintendo NX.
Yep.
That's bullshit. But anyway, you know, I'm not really excited about it, man. I don't want to pay to play an RPG. I don't want to play with a whole bunch of people. I just want my classic 40-50 hour role-playing game that I can lose myself in and play at my leisure. But the thing I didn't know that Zach informed me of was that you say that they announced both Dragon Quest X and 11 on the NX slate?
Yep.
I know absolutely nothing about Dragon Quest 11. This intrigues me. Did you read is there a distance in the dates? Are they dropping at the same time? Because Dragon Quest X has been out for a long time in Japan. Did it say the release dates?
I didn't see one. I just saw that the NX probably isn't going to come out for a while anyway. So maybe there'll be like a launch title.
Okay, so I'm reading it right here via Eurogamer. It says Dragon Quest XI coming to 3DS, PlayStation 4, ellipsis ... as if like to gain some suspense. The NX. Dun dun dun. So that's supposed to be like a big shocker here. Now, it doesn't say here anything about West. It says update. Will it come West? And quote, from Square, we will consider it as we've done in the past for other Dragon Quest titles. Now, as of late, they've always come over west, but Dragon Quest X has yet to come over here, and it's been out for like 2 years.
Why do they do that?
I know, like, I've never understood. I know it's all a numbers game, and it's money and stuff like that, and I know Dragon Quest does not sell very much in America. It's a flagship franchise in Japan.
If you have that little faith in it, just put it on the digital store and let the people that are interested.
Like, we're talking server space here.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest is a huge deal in Japan.
Yeah.
And it still is. Final Fantasy ripped off Dragon Quest. But it's never taken off like Final Fantasy did here. So I don't know why. They're always like that. I mean, I know it's a numbers game, but like, you should be able to gauge just by your hardcores and your audience with analytics that you're guaranteed to sell so many. Like, you know what? Let's release a safe amount. Yeah. Pre-orders. Let's do like a pre-order system, and if we sell all those pre-orders, then we'll release a few to the public. We'll cushion that a little bit. What is there to lose there?
Yeah,
I don't understand it. It's not fair because hardcore fans will import these days.
Yep.
And they end up paying an arm and a leg because they still want it. That's fucking horseshit.
Mm-hmm.
Give North American fans a chance to pre-order it or something to that effect. But my biggest question is this an MMO? If it is, I'm gonna be pissed. If they're pulling a Final Fantasy and they're making like 11 an MMO, but then they're gonna still keep canon and go to 12 and have it be a game again, I'll kind of forgive it. Let me see. Dragon Quest 11 on PlayStation 4 has a similar style to Dragon Quest 8. Thank God.
Oh yeah.
In case you guys weren't listening earlier, I said Dragon Quest 8 was not only the best game in the franchise, but top five JRPG. Let's see. And following a couple of MMO flavored excursions for the series, it looks like a more traditional open world RPG. Thank God. It's being developed by Square Enix with the assistance of Orca and is using the Unreal Engine 4. Wow. I've yet to see Unreal Engine 4 do anything cartoony. It's always been like uber realistic.
Oh yeah.
So oh, whoa. They've actually got screenshots of Dragon Quest XI. What the fuck is this? Dragon Quest XI on 3DS, meanwhile, offers a split view across the handheld's two screens that allows for both the 2D sprite style as well as a top-down 3D game. Wow. With players able to choose between old-school 2D battles or 3D battles by playing with either the D-pad or the circle pad. Toy Logic, who has previously helped revive Kid Icarus, alongside Sora, is helping to bring 3DS Dragon Quest XI to life. That's very interesting to me because it looks like we're going back to the good old days where the ports are different.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we're talking about a 3DS game that's also being released in the PS4. This looks fucking killer, actually. It kind of looks old school. They're giving you the option. I mean, to me, that I'm the kind of guy that'll buy up both versions.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I'm very curious if it's going to be like you're playing the 3DS one and it's like you're playing the original game, like retro game, and then playing it on PS4 or whatever is going to feel like you're playing the fucking remake 20 years later. It's the same game with like insane graphics. But yeah, and it's looking like here that they're also saying it's a safe bet that it's all going to coincide with the 30th anniversary next year, and yeah, that's pretty insane. Let's see. Its new hardware is set to be fully revealed. Dragon Quest X, the MMO that came out for both the Wii. Oh wow, that's how fucking old Dragon Quest X is in Japan. It came out on the Wii and the Wii U. It's also confirmed to be coming to the NX, and it'll be celebrating its third anniversary by coming. It's going to the PS4 too. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm ecstatic because that. I was really hoping they would do that because I was really burned and pissed off that Dragon Quest X was going the MMO route because, I mean, I think I'm fucking done with that, actually. I'm done with that whole scene, and I was praying that they were going to make it right, like a la Final Fantasy, and give us a legit follow-up that's kind of back to basics. I'm a happy camper, man. You know what? It makes me not hate 10 so much anymore because I'm going to be getting them at the same time. And it's like, hey, it's like a bonus game, hey, because they are releasing another game on PlayStation 4, I believe. I guess it could be 3. It's a spin-off shitty game, Dragon Quest. I can't remember what it is, but basically, I think it's being co-developed by Koei. So it's just like Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
but it's like a Dragon Quest slash 'em game, which those games are stupid. So, whatever. Anyway, so you've never played a Dragon Quest game ever? Ever?
Nope.
You're not familiar with the icon, the mascot, the slime?
I don't think so.
It's so good, man. Do yourself a favor. If you still plug in your PS2 from time to time, buy that game.
It's 9 or 8. Which one?
8. Okay. That's the only one that's on the PS2. And it really is incredible. If you don't believe me, read reviews, man. It's and it's not overrated. It's so much fun. And if somebody out there thinks it's overrated and they want to challenge me, I'll give you my fucking Zach's address. But anyway, I thought it was really cool news, and I'm stoked. Any JRPG fans out there feel like rejoicing with me. I think JRPGs are like heavy metal, man. People think it's dead. They go in and out of popularity. They have their day. But it's not dead. It's still always going to be alive, bubbling underneath the surface, just waiting for it to become big again. And I'm not saying that we've had a resurgence like we had with like in the mid-late 90s. But we have had some decent JRPGs come out in the last year or two, you know, with like Bravely Default and Ni no Kuni and some of the Tales games. So it's still alive. And I'm stoked. What do you guys think? Actually, a quick poll out there. Favorite JRPG series? I want people to let us know. But what's your favorite JRPG series, Zach?
Oh man, that's hard.
I mean, there's Phantasy Star. There's I love fucking Shining Force, man. I know it doesn't really get enough love, but those are great tactical role-playing games, man. I loved it. I loved 1, but I loved 2 on the Genesis, and I love Sword of Hygeia, which is called Shining Force 2, Sword of Hygeia on the Game Gear, but it's a completely different game. So why not just call it Shining Force Sword of Hygeia? Why is it gotta be 2? Yeah. But and there's Shining Force CD. Oh man.
Yeah, Breath of Fire is probably one of mine.
Yeah. Oh, and Breath of Fire is great too. So let us know what your favorite is, and maybe we should it'd be fun to do like an episode just talking about these JRPG games. These of yesteryear and stuff. But anyway, I'm excited. Let us know what you think and your favorites, and you know, if you like Dragon Quest or not, or you think I'm stupid and ugly and all that. Let us know on btmreview.com. Let us know on the Facebook, on the YouTube channel, or you better subscribe while you're there, on Tumblr, on iTunes. Endless facets, you know, places you can find us. And be sure to stay tuned for our next episode. I'm Aaron.
I'm Zach.
Adios.